another video on the Nova, and this one is going to be about some details that I felt was necessary for the restoration of this car. Obviously, if you've seen many of my videos, you'll notice that I am very much into details. I tend to focus a lot on details when I'm doing this restoration project. And there's a couple of details that I wanted to get covered as I'm going on with the restoration. I mean, I stripped the car down to bare metal, so a lot of the details that were associated with its originality, basically how I got it, I had to take off in the stripping process. Now that the car is being painted and becoming whole again as a complete car, I want to put back some of the details that I took off. And in doing so, I had the task of locating these details, which for a car that's almost 40 years old can sometimes be a little bit difficult. It took me some time, but I'm proud to present this video to show you all the details that I managed to locate in my search for bringing the car back and making it fit to its name, Reborn. So let's look at the engine bay, which is one of the details that I want to cover. The first one is this radiator support panel. You've seen me make it, and now there's two things that I would like to put on this panel that's missing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a picture, and you'll take a look at that picture, and when we come back I'll explain to you what are the details that it's missing from the panel. So now that you've seen the old original radiator support panel, there's two things that that panel has that this one does not have. And the two things is the decals that was found on that panel. Now on the left side there was an engine cooling system decal. Now this particular decal is an original GM product. The font is exactly the same, the coloration is the same, everything is the same as the original. On the right side of the panel there was a vehicle emission control information decal. Now for this decal to be correct, it had to include two things, at least in my taste. This Nova has a 454 V8 engine. Obviously in 1974 the Novas didn't come with this size engine, so that was one task. The other task is the sticker had to state 1974 somewhere on it so that it can be correct for what I was trying to do or accomplish for this car. So after searching, as you can see, I found one that says 454 4-barrel carb, and it also states 1974 model year. So those two things are on the same sticker, and therefore makes this engine in this car correct, at least for the way I built the project. Now this engine, when I did the co-star, I took it upon myself to set it to those specifications so that the engine runs in accordance to this sticker. So the timing is correct, the RPMs are correct, everything that this sticker states that this engine should be running at, that's what I set the engine at. So now, if the 74 Novas didn't come with this sticker, because it didn't come with this size engine, where did this sticker come from? Well, after searching, I found that the 1974 Chevy Corvettes had this 454 engine, and of course the Corvette sticker actually states 1974, so I felt that it was perfect for what I was going for. So another detail that I wanted to cover was on the doors. Now, if you've seen the videos, you've seen that I had to strip the doors down to bare metal. Well, the door had two decals on it that I had to take off in order for me to strip it down to bare metal. So those are the decals that I had to also find. And then the trunk, the deck lid, also had a sticker that I had to replace. So now I'll show you the originals, because those I do have. Okay, So here's the decal for the deck lid, and so it was important that I found that it had the same part numbers, the same illustration, the same wording, everything the same. Now you can see that this one's all moldy, so obviously I don't want to put it back. So that's one right there. And then on the door had this sticker, which states the weight rating, the tires, the original tires that was supposed to go on the Nova, and then the front, the tire pressures. So I had to find this one, and then the Mylar decal that has all the information as far as the gross vehicle weight rating, the VIN number, and blah blah blah. So those are the things that I needed to locate. So in my search, here's the two decals that you saw earlier. Here's the Mylar. So the only thing missing is I have to, of course, type in the vehicle information, VIN number, etc. And then I have to put the clear sticker over it, just like the original. The original has, you can see, a clear sticker over it. So I managed to get that. Here's the sticker that matches exactly, you can see, 100% exact down to the part numbers. So I was happy to locate that. This one was very hard to find, but I managed to get it because every other year except the 74 had a different style sticker. So trying to locate the 74 sticker was very, very hard. I wanted it to look exactly as it was, so very hard to find, but I found it. And then the last one is the jack usage, the one that goes on the deck lid. And then this one has the year and part number. The new one also has the year and part number. So this one was also a task to find because all the other years had a different illustration. They had different wording, they had a different picture. As you can see, this is the 74 Nova front. So I had to find the correct sticker for the deck lid. So there it is, the decals. Something that I really wanted to put back on the car. Probably not so significant to many. It's not something that many would probably go out of their way to try to locate. I mean, they're just stickers. But to me, when I was stripping the car down and taking it down to bare metal, and I saw that this car still had the original stickers on various portions of the car, I had to put them back. I mean, I guess you could say it's a signature portion of the car. Now, though it's my restoration and I'm making the car to my liking, I felt that the stickers would somewhat retain its originality. You know, I don't know, it's birthright. It was when it was made in 1974, it was made with those stickers, and so now that I'm bringing it back and making it new again, I felt, you know, in some way that it deserved to have the original stickers, so that's why I went out of my way to get them. I'm happy I went through the trouble to get them. I mean, they're just like the original, but now new, and I think it's fitting for the project, which, as you know, is called Reborn. The car is being reborn, and some of its birthrights are being retained to keep it somewhat original. So I'm glad I was able to share this with you guys. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching.